In almost every state, car insurance is a legal requirement. And typically, you buy car insurance on a car that has a title and registration in your name. But if you're wondering if you can get an auto insurance policy on a vehicle that you don't own, this video is for you. Hi there, I'm Amanda Mushro with autoinsurance.com. And insuring a vehicle that's not in your name, it's tricky. However, there are ways to do it. In this video, we'll break down what insurable interest is and why insurance companies want to know that you have it. Also, we'll talk about your options if you don't want to transfer the car into your name and explore what to do if you can transfer the car into your name. There's a lot to cover on this topic, so let's get started. First, let's talk about why auto insurance companies want to cover drivers who own their vehicles. Before a car insurance company will allow you to buy an insurance policy, the company checks for insurable interest, which is when you have a financial stake in an object and you would experience hardship if anything happens to it. Car owners have insurable interest in their cars because they would suffer a loss if the cars were damaged or destroyed. It's difficult to show insurable interest if the vehicle isn't registered and titled to you. Car insurance companies see this type of request as a red flag and a common tactic for fraud. Even if that's not your intention, the insurance company is not likely to allow you to take out a policy. So what can you do if you don't want to, or you can't transfer ownership of the vehicle to yourself? You have a few options. First up is borrowing a car. If you're using a family member or a friend's car on occasion, as long as you have their consent to drive the vehicle, you do not need your own auto insurance policy. In most cases, the car owner's policy will cover you. Next is having the owner of the vehicle add you to their policy. If you live with someone and drive their car frequently, they can add you to their auto insurance policy. And some auto insurance providers require policyholders to add their partners to the policies if they live together. If you get into an accident while driving your partner's car and you're not named on the insurance policy, and the insurance company discovers you're living together, they could deny the claim. Finally, you can get non-owner insurance, which is an insurance policy for someone who drives another person's vehicle but doesn't own the car themselves, like a nanny that drives a family's car. Typically, non-owner car insurance costs less than a standard policy. However, non-owner car insurance is limited to liability coverage, which covers injuries and damages to others outside of your vehicle if you cause an accident. It doesn't cover uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, which protects you and your passengers if a person who is uninsured or underinsured damages your vehicle or causes injuries. Also, non-owner insurance doesn't include collision insurance, which helps pay to repair or replace the car if it's damaged in a collision with another vehicle or an object. And finally, owner insurance doesn't include comprehensive coverage, which helps pay to replace or repair your vehicle if it's stolen or damaged in an incident that's not a collision. But what if you can transfer ownership of the vehicle to yourself? Well, depending on the situation, there's different steps you'll need to take. One option is co-titling. The owner of the car can add your name to the car's title and you'll become a partial owner of the vehicle. The exact process, well, it depends on which state you live in, but essentially it involves co-applying for the title with the owner by filling out paperwork at the Department of Motor Vehicles, also known as the DMV. Here's where it gets tricky. If the owner hasn't paid off the car, applying for a co-titling usually isn't an option. Also, some auto insurance providers don't allow joint insurance unless you live with the policyholder. While not guaranteed, insurance premiums could increase if you co-title and you're a teen driver, have a bad driving record, or have a low credit score. Next up, if you receive a car as a gift, the easiest way to make sure you can get insurance under your name is to ask the person who owns the car to transfer the title to you. If the gift giver owns the car outright, meaning no one else is listed on the title and the car is not being financed, the owner will sign the designated area on the title to show they are selling or gifting the vehicle. Then you will fill out the portion of the title with your name, address, and signature. If the car is being financed, you and the person listed on the title will need to talk with the financial institution listed on the title to discuss transferring the remaining balance of the loan to you. This is called loan assumption. Not all lenders will agree to a loan assumption because the terms of the loan were originally based on the credit score and the payment history of the original owner. However, if the lender agrees, they'll create a new loan based on your finances. Then you can register and title the car in your name and purchase insurance. If the original owner has lost the title, they'll need to get a duplicate for you. And I have another video that gives a step-by-step instructions on how to get a duplicate title, and it's linked in the description below. There's also a state-by-state guide in the description as well. But here's a few of the key points. You'll need to check with your state's DMV since they usually handle duplicate titles, although in some states the county clerk's office handles car titles. The next step is to fill out the necessary paperwork. Depending on your state, you may need to go to the DMV in person, download the duplicate title forms online and mail them to the appropriate address and/or get that form notarized. Finally, the original owner will need to pay the duplicate title fee and provide proof of ownership with a loan statement, a vehicle bill of sales, or a sales tax receipt. The bottom line, in most scenarios, insuring a vehicle you don't own is difficult, but you do have a few options to get auto insurance. Hey, if you found this video useful, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a single video. And for more information on all things auto insurance, including how to find your perfect policy, be sure to visit us at autoinsurance.com. See you in the next video.